Hello, happy April 2023. It's been about 6 months since I've done this. Life has been like really crazy. I went back to work. Raiden's gone back to daycare. We went on a couple trips. We've had some family emergencies. It's been a wild ride, but welcome to my podcast video episode today. Today's April 8th, 2023. My name is Mariah and I live in Anchorage, Alaska. So I wanted to do kind of like a whip parade today. I've been thinking a lot about what I want to do with my whips. I know I have so many and I love to cast on things just all the time because I get, knit inspiration all the time from Instagram or whatever. And I just love everything that I have, but I only have so much time now since I'm back to work and being a mom and stuff, so I gotta figure that out. So while I was going through and writing, I have my notes here, but while I was writing down what I have, I actually did frog a couple of things that I knew I wasn't as excited about. So we are just gonna go ahead and get started. I have a couple FOs, a lot of whips because I want to go through them. I kind of want to count them. Last year, at the beginning of the year, I counted and I think I had 46. So my goal was to get all of them done. Obviously that didn't happen. I have some carrying over for this year, but I do have a lot of new whips as well for this year. So, and then I have a couple future cast-ons that are going to be happening this month. As I get a couple things done, because one is for my mother's birthday and that's coming up pretty soon, so I want to get that done. And starting to think about summer because it's starting to get spring here in Alaska. It did snow yesterday, which is so stupid, but whatever. I'm so done with the snow, but that's okay. So here we go. So my first FO of the year was actually my latte sweater. So if you guys remember from my past podcasts, my local yarn store, Far North Yarn Company, who's owned by my friend Annie, she was doing a knit along for the latte sweater. It never actually ended up happening, so me and my best friend just kind of cast on and did our sweaters. I knit mine on either US 10.5 or a US 11. I can't remember but my gauge is tight, so I always go up a needle size anyway, so that's just what I did. And then I knew I wanted to do the small size, so I did the small size. And I literally finished it in a weekend. Raiden was really sick that weekend, so we just laid around, watched movies, and I knit on this. And literally one weekend. So the yarn I used, hold on, let me look at my notes because I can't remember everything, unfortunately, is Katia Concept Cotton Merino. So I don't know exactly what the recommended yarn was, but I feel like this is a better, cheaper alternative to that. So this is what the ball looks like. It's Katia. Oh, shoot. So sorry. Okay, this is going to go down here then instead. Sorry. I thought I was going to be able to do that, but that's okay. So I chose gray, and it's kind of like that, I guess, what you call blown-in technology for the cotton. Like, it's got a cotton core, and then you blow in the merino part to it, but it's very soft, and it's, like, super light. This thing weighs nothing at all, which is amazing. I did knit, I think, 1 inch past what it recommended for the body length. And it's too short for my liking. I did wear it to work and I wore it to the knit shop and everybody loved the length on me, but I just feel very uncomfortable. So I do have 2 balls plus a little bit of this yarn left. And I was going to go trade it in to Annie for something else, but I think I'm just going to at least use one of the balls to add some length to it eventually. Not going to happen anytime soon because I have too much going on in my brain to want to do that, but I have 2 balls left. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add some length. Otherwise, this pattern is a 10 out of 10. Super user-friendly, beginner-friendly, I mean. Just very simple. It's a raglan detail. Has a little bit of German short row in the back. Super beginner-friendly. Nice, big, thick gauge. Yeah, I love it very much. So that's the latte sweater. Let me move these over so they're not doing that. Okay, next FO. So the last few that I have, I need to weave in the ends and block. I just haven't had the mental space to do that. So I finished the Monday Sweater Junior by Petite Knit for my son. I used La Bien-Aimée DK, Merino DK. It fits him perfectly. I knit the sleeves a little bit shorter than what the pattern recommended, and it hits him, right now it hits him like right here. And I know with LBA, the Merino DK, it will stretch when I block it. So it's got a beautiful folded over collar. I'm actually really so proud of this collar. Got a nice raglan detail and just super simple. I used a US 7 or 8. I can't remember exactly, but yeah, I thought that was a nice boy color for him. It only used up like 2 3/4 skeins, DK skeins, so that was nice. Oh, no, 1 3/4 skeins. That's right, I only had 2. But her Merino DK base is, there's more yardage in it. So, Monday Sweater Junior for my son. This one, I just need to add the buttons. Okay, so this is, oh, sorry, I'd forget. This is the Daybreak tee. And the yarn I used was Sorella Silk DK that I got in one of her summer updates, I think last summer. So it's like 50% merino, 50% silk. And it is, holy cow, so nice. So this was bottom up. And then you pick up the neck, pick up the sleeves and do short sleeves, and then pick up this little button placket. Did I do the actual buttonholes? Oh, I did do the actual buttonholes. So I went through the past projects on this just to kind of gauge like the length of the tee that I wanted and how I want to do the button placket. And I got some buttons in my little notions bag that I need to actually sew on there, but I want to sew down the placket after I block it. That's what some of the past projects had recommended, and it looks really nice. And they said that their placket was like pulling on the buttonholes, so they were like didn't look very good. So that's what I'm gonna do. And it's like a pattern, you know, it's got a little garter pattern every few rows. It'll stretch a lot. I'm really excited to see how this Silk DK is gonna block out. So I do have one more sweater quantity of the Silk DK that I don't know what I want to do with, but I put it in a gray. I thought I wanted to do it for like the Riley tee, but I think I might do the Ranunculus instead because Knit California did it, Leslie. So yeah, again, I just got to do ends and block, and it's actually kind of staticky. It's still pretty dry, so it's pretty staticky sometimes. That's okay. So that's the Daybreak tee. The next is the Sonray sweater. I used Magpie Fibers dyed in the skein for my main color, and then dyed in the wool spin cycle for my contrast color. I don't know if you can see the variations of the pink. Oh, I love this sweater so much. It fits really well, so I'm excited. And that's pre-blocking, so I'm really excited to see what it's going to do post-blocking. But, oh, I love this one so much. And look how stretchy this yarn is. This dyed in the skein stuff is so stretchy. I don't know what they do with it, but this one was super fun. Super fun. I can't remember what needle size I use. I don't know. It's a fun knit. I would definitely do a spin cycle for color work again. That was so much fun. I mean, like, it's enough difference that you can tell that it's a spin cycle, but it's like all pink and like purplies, and I really, really, really love it. So I need to get that ends woven in and blocked. So Sonray sweater. And then the last FO I have is my Throw Over by Andrea Mowry. So I use Spin Cycle, oh gosh, sorry. Where is it? Spin Cycle, Dream State, and Plymouth Yarn Merino Superwash Worsted, which I use in quite a few of my whips as well. This one, this Plymouth Select Worsted, it's a very soft, like, it's carried at my local yarn store, Far North. And she keeps a good decent stock and a ton of colors. There's so many colors for this, but it's very soft. She even like says that it's great for babies, and it is. There was one lady who came in, she had a beautiful cabled cardigan in this Plymouth Select yarn, and she said she had dried like washed it in the washer and dried it in the dryer multiple times, and it was still pristine. Those cables were pristine. There was no pilling, there was no stretching, no felting, nothing. So that's exactly what I want. So I did, one of my whips is a sweater for Raiden in this, so that's perfect. But as you can see, the bottom's crinkly. So what I did was, my ribbing had started here and I tried it on and it was too short. I think overall this is a little bit too small for me. I tried it on, it's a little tight. I am going to reblock it because of the crinkly part down here mainly, but I'm going to try and see if I can get this to stretch more. I had forgotten, I should have either gone up a needle size or gone up a sweater size, because I forgot that for Andrea Mowry, I always go up a needle size for her patterns, and I didn't for this one. And I do not remember why. I just don't remember why. It's been a long time since I started this sweater, so I was like, what was I thinking? But I think if I block it again, it will... I'm going to do an aggressive block and see. But my ribbing had started here, and then I tried it on too short. So I pulled it back, used the ribbing for the rest, what I had for the ribbing for the rest of this part to add like an inch or two. I don't know how long that is. And then I used a different skein. So I probably should have washed it before. I don't know. I'm learning new things still. I've been knitting only for 5 years. Yeah, 5 years this year, and I'm still learning all the time. So this part is good. It's this part that might need a little help. I don't know. Maybe I'll reblock it and it will be just fine. I don't know. But I just need to... I'm kind of afraid of what it's going to do when I block. If it's even going to work out or not anymore. So, alright. Working on to the whips. So, at the end, I kind of want to do a tally. Just to see what it is and let you guys know. Yeah. So, here we go. So my number one whip right now that I've been furiously casting or working on, I casted it on last Friday and it is now Friday. So I've been working on this a week. This is a fingering weight sweater and this is how far I've gotten. I think I only have one more of the blue stripe, but this is the coloring book Tee by Amy Sher. It's a raglan top down. At the end, she says to pick up the neckline and do it, but I hate picking up stitches. That's my number one. Blech. So I started with the neckline. And then you put the sleeves on hold, and then it's stripes for the body. She says a different method than a different row count than what I did. Right now, my stripes are 8 of the contrast and 12 of the main color. I wanted those stripes to be a bit thicker than what the original pattern says. And then the stripes will mirror on the sleeves. And I think I'm going to do like down just past my elbow here on the sleeves. So like a 3/4 length. The yarn is Woolberry Fiber Co. in their Berry Merino, which is the 100% Merino Superwash. It is so drapey and just soft and beautiful. I am so excited. Like, so drapey. Oh, I am so excited to wear this. I've been very monogamous with this, and I never do that. But I have found that if there's like a point of interest, like cables, color work, getting through the increases, like anything like that, I am super in tune with and love to do. So, yeah, I'm very excited to get this done and wearing. I'm hoping to finish the body today. I had to call into work today sick because kiddo is pukey, but you know, that's kids. So I'm hoping to finish the body today. I am going to try it on after I do the 12 of the main color after this stripe. Try it on see if I want the extra 5th stripe or not. I think I will. I think I will do the 5th stripe. I still have a ton of this skein left, so yeah, I'm very excited. This is her Anne collection that I just got. I literally got it in the mail, and then 2 days later I cast it on. I was so excited. So this is White Way of Delight and Bosom Friend. I'm very excited. This was a little bit more pinky than I envisioned when I bought it, but I'm very excited about how it's going out. It's nice and, like, I would say low contrast just because the colors are both lighter, but that's okay. I'm very happy with it. I'm very excited. And I put it in my Halloween bag that I sewed myself. I don't know, it was an open bag and I grabbed it, so there we are. Okay, next sweater is my Happen sweater by Onkestrick. The yarn I'm using is LRA Classic Wool. This is a worsted weight wool that my local yarn store carries all the time. They have a billion colors in it. Sorry, my nose is itchy from the wool. It is a bit more rustic, but I think it will be fine. It feels really good right now. And I'm going to wear a tank top underneath of it anyway. So this is a top-down sweater. What I call this drop shoulder? I think so. But it starts with like this. It starts with the back, and then you do this detail and pick up the front for the front, and then put them together and then knit down the body, and then it's going to have a nice big chunk of ribbing on the bottom. So it's been a while since I have picked this up. I think it's been almost 2 years since I've started it, so I would like to do this. I think what's holding me back is picking up the sleeves. I hate picking up, just like I said, but I've got a friend who likes to pick up things, so maybe she will help me with that. But yeah, and then there's in the pattern, there's a decision that I have to make about whether I want to continue this detail down a little bit and then do the rest and stockinette at the sleeve, but I think I'm just gonna stockinette the sleeve. I'm not sure yet though. I think I might block it even before I do that part, but I've only got a little bit left of the body. It's pretty long already, so I'm using a US 8 for this one. I'm pretty sure, but yeah, I really like this brick red. I don't know, I had another friend use this exact color for like a coat. She held it double and did like a coat for her sister or something, and I really liked it. So I'm very excited about this brick red. I don't have much red in my wardrobe or in my yarn, so this will be cool. It's gonna be different, and I want to finish it. I really do. I just need to stop being shiny and actually finish it, because that's what I do. So that's that. My next sweater, my husband got me this beautiful bag for Christmas. It's waterproof Kansas, I think. It's Magner. It's on Etsy. I found it on Etsy, and I told him to buy it. And it's beautiful. It's a huge bag. It holds so much. So, eventually I think I'm going to get some more. But, this is the Chalet Days sweater by Samantha Guerin. So, story behind this is I did start this sweater and I have completed the yoke before. I absolutely loathed how my color work had looked, and then the pattern states to do the neckband at the end, and so I finished the yoke. I split for sleeves. I don't even know if I split for sleeves yet. Anyways, and I was looking at it and I was like, oh, maybe it'll block out. I'll try picking up the collar. So I tried picking up the collar. It looks so wonky and distorted, and it just did not look good. So I had a couple more balls plus half the ball of the white, this lighter green left. And so I started with the collar. I did the collar, and then I increased, and I am so much happier with it, how it looks. Seriously, there's still snow outside, and there's someone leaf blowing. Like, what? I'm so shocked. My neighbors are crazy. Anyways, so I'm very, very, very happy with how this is turning out. So much better than the first attempt. And I have a friend at work who helped me take it out, because I was like, I don't want to touch it, but she helped me take it out. So that was nice of her. And then for a couple of days afterwards, I would just keep bringing in different projects that I wanted her to rip out for me. And she does insurance. She deals with insurance all day long. So she's on the phone all day long. So she's like on hold for 3 hours, taking out my sweaters. It was nice of her. So Chalet Days sweater. Oh, the yarn. The yarn I'm using is the Yarn Addict Co. in Whipped Worsted. So I was looking at the past projects for this, and I saw some people were able to get DK, some people did worsted. So this was for the Sheep Friends, something like that, the Farm Friends big update that the Yarn Addict Co. did. and I just decided to do worsted. I knew I wanted to do this sweater, and actually I am so happy with these colors. Very happy with these colors. I just absolutely am excited about how different my yarn is and how different colors I'm inspired by. I'm in my pink phase and I am leaning into it because I never used to like pink, but I am super leaning into it. And then it seems like blues and greens lately too, which I've always loved blues and greens, but that definitely. All right, next. Oh, what is in here? So this is another one I made. It said, "Don't want none unless you got buns." Disney inspired. Oh, so this is the, hold on, let me find it. Breeze Racerback Tank. I think this is by Jessie Maid. The yarn is Northern Bee Studio Soft Sock. So I think it's like a cashmere sock. I don't think I have the tag for it anymore. But it was like a big 600 gram, not 600 something yard skein that I got from a local yarn store that isn't open anymore here in Anchorage. And I had finished this. I did this in one weekend and I had finished it, ribbing and everything. And then I tried it on and I wasn't very happy with it, with the length. But my problem is length. I don't do enough length because I get so distracted and just want to be done with things and say, oh, I finished, but it doesn't really fit. Anyways, I was going to give it to a friend. She's a bit taller than me, and she really loves these colors. So anyways, I had plenty of the skein left, obviously, as you can see. So I picked up the bottom, and knowing what I know now, I forgot that this was worked bottom up. So taking this out was a pain in the butt. Absolute pain in the butt. But I got it. And now I don't remember if this is the actual size needle that I had used before. I don't remember, but I think I'm just going to go with it. I don't want to redo the whole entire thing. That would just make me really sad. It was very fun, and I really want to do another one, but I don't know. I just gotta, it's gonna take, what, an evening to add the length that I want to it. But I'm afraid of because it was bottom up and now I'm gonna be working down, how it's gonna look. I'm worried about that. And knowing what I know now, see, I picked this up like a year ago. I picked up these stitches a year ago. Excuse me, that is crazy to me, how time flies. But I've been watching knitting podcasts since then and getting I learned by observing and listening and people teaching, like talking about it and their mistakes and stuff. And knowing what I know now, I should have just picked up here, taken that out, added the length, and then Kitchenered the top back on. Or just completely redone the top. That could have worked too, but I didn't want to. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I still have to think about that. I need to have the mental space to want to work on that, so we'll see. I do want to finish it. It's really cute, and I want to give it to my friends still, but I don't know. Okay, next. Ooh, my Lento sweater. So this is another bag I made. I put a handle on it this time. I don't know. Let's get fancy. I was kind of experimenting on which style of bags I wanted to keep making for myself. Okay, so this is the Lento sweater. The yarn is Woolberry Fiber Co. in Berry Sock and Berry Surrey. So Surrey is Surrey Alpaca and Silk, and then Berry Sock is BFL. I cannot remember what BFL stands for right now, and nylon. So these are the two, what they look like. They're the same color, mulberry. They're just in two different bases. And I knew I wanted to hold it for, I originally got it for the, oh shoot, what is that tin can knits with the lace at the top that like 10,000 people have made or something like that? Anyways, you know what I mean. I'm going to think of it as soon as I'm done with the podcast. Anyway, so I made a Lento instead. So the Surrey, actually, now that I'm looking at it like in the camera, it really doesn't look as bad as it does in real life. The Surrey that I used at the top didn't have the white spots that the Surrey at the bottom does. But you know what? It really doesn't look that bad. It really doesn't look that awful. Anyways, so this is the Lento. I'm going to give this to a friend. I love this color, but as I'm knitting it, I realize that I'm never going to wear this color. I really don't love it as much as I did. So I showed it to my friend who's actually at work and was taking out my projects for me that I mentioned earlier. And she wants it. So I just got to do the sleeves and then that's good. Lento is a huge gauge. I'm using a 10.5, US 10.5, I think. Yep, 10.5. And she's going to get it. It's top down, raglan, huge gauge, just like that one pattern that I cannot tell you right now because I can't remember. But everybody knows. Eventually I do want to do that one. I think I'm just going to get an actual DK weight yarn for it instead of doing sock and Surrey or sock and mohair, whatever. I love the feeling of Surrey, but I don't like paying for basically double for a sweater because I'd rather spread my money around to other yarns that I do really like and really want. So this was a splurge just to see how I like it. But anyways, that's the Lento. Okay, next, hold on, I gotta switch. Next is the Girl from the Grocery Shawl. The Girl from the Grocery Store Shawl. This is another bag I made. I really like Luigi. Luigi's my favorite Mario Kart player. Wow, brain's gone to crap. Anyways, so I got this yarn. I saw this one other shawl pattern. I don't remember what it's called, but it was free in the local yarn store down in Soldotna, which is where I was born and raised. I had gone for Thanksgiving and they had the Black Friday sale. It's no longer open, unfortunately, which really sucks because I really liked their selection that they had. But so I got these two yarns for that, and then I started knitting on it, and I was like, you know what, I really want to change. And I've been watching the Grocery Girls for a long time now, and so I really wanted to make their shawl. And this one is by Hohi Locatelli. Anyway, so it's a black and then a hedgehog fibers sock, which I'm really excited about this. I really love this yarn. It's like neons and gray, which is, I die for it. So hedgehog and then Queensland United, which is 50% lamb's wool and 50% cotton. It's a really nice fingering weight and really super affordable. I really like this one. Anyway, so that's humble beginnings. I started this during that, Hohi fall knit along this past year in 2022. And this is as far as I got. So maybe I'll enter it again. I don't know. Can you enter it again if it's only this much in the fall? I don't know. I don't remember. But there was like 2 other patterns for the Hohi thing that I had entered, but I didn't even start those. I didn't have time. So that's that. Okay, next is another shawl. This is the Kettle Valley shawl, and I'm doing it in Malabrigo Rios. I just have a bunch of Rios laying around because that's what I first started with when I first started knitting, and I just wanted to use it all up because I've moved on from Rios and things like that. They have a lot of inconsistencies, it feels like, and while it's a good affordable option and it's really nice and really soft, I'm not into it much anymore. But for the shawl, I am. So this is like a really fun shawl. It's textured in all different parts here. So as you can see, there's like a seed stitch and then that, and then this is all crossovers. This is like a green, a gray, and a purple. So I'm very excited to finish this. Yeah, I just need to do it. It's been a while since I picked this up, but I have a lot of fun with different textures and things rather than just plain stuck in it. And I think I'll have enough to finish. I don't really know. I think I have more in my cubbies here, so I think I'll have enough to finish. But that's a Kettle Valley shawl. Next is, what's in this bag? This is another bag I made. Oh yeah, this is the Petal Party Crop by Samantha Guerin. I absolutely love Samantha Guerin. I don't know what it is about her patterns, but they speak to me, and I have started a lot. I've only finished one so far. Anyway, so I'm using Explorer Fiber Knits Denali Sock in Dreamsicle. This was her summer color last year. You will never, ever, ever be able to get this skein accurately on camera. I've tried and tried. It is so much more dreamsicle-y. Here, let's open the window a little, see if it's better. I don't know. It's the orange. I can't even describe the orange. It's not like orange peel orange or orange. It's like, I am trying to figure out where that craziness is coming from. Anyways, it's like a muted orange. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I can't even. So I'm doing the petal party crop. So this is the back. It's top down in panels, and then you join the front and back, and then it's worked in the round. So this is all I got so far. I love lace. Lace is so much fun. I'm just trying to figure out where the heck that sound is coming from. Anyways, so yeah, that's that. I truly hope that you guys can't hear it, but I'm pretty sure you can. Just hopefully you can hear me over it. Okay, next is, I'm going to throw these back there. Okay, next, I think this is a sweater. Oh, yes, another Samantha Guerin. This is one that I was in a test knit for last summer. And I never ended up finishing it because I got really sick at the very end that I had time to finish. Oh, I never finished the sleeves. So for my birthday, my friend, she gifted me the new Chiagu shorty set for the larger sizes, the 9 through 11, I think it is. And I don't like magic loop. I like magic looping, but not for like the huge needles. Like these are size 9, I think, US 9. Yeah. And so she gifted me those, so that's when I started the sleeve. So I am almost done with the sleeve. It's just straight of this stitch, which I think is the partridge stitch, I think is what it's called. But this is the For Keeps cardigan. Hopefully Samantha Guerin does not watch this and realize that I still haven't finished my test knit. But I did. I got really sick at the end, and I just lost steam. This is so much fun. It grows so quickly with this stitch. It's just knits and slipping stitches. That's all it is. It's so easy, but it grows so much, like whoop. So this is worked top down. It's got this nice cable, and then an I-cord edge for the collar, so you don't have to pick up the collar later. But it's it's been out for a long time. I think September. So I just need to finish the sleeves. I need to do a sleeve party pretty soon. The yarn I used is Autumn and Indigo Classic Worsted. I'm not sure if you can get this base anymore, or even Autumn and Indigo yarn. I don't know. I got it quite a while ago, so yeah, that's that. For Keeps cardigan. Oh, the Chalet Days is also by Samantha Guerin, if anybody wants to know. Okay, next. What's in this one? Here's another bag that I made. Ooh, another Samantha Guerin. I told you, I really love her patterns. I don't know what it is, but this is the Fall Frolic sweater. I'm doing it an Explorer Knits and Fibers Denali sock in Timber and Irish Heather, which is that pinky that you can see popping through. I really wanted to finish with the color work part because this part is also at the bottom of the sleeve, so that's why I started the sleeve. And yeah, I started this when the knit along started, and then that was it. I got through the yoke, and then I was like, yeah, stockinette? No, thank you. It's all good. I'll get there eventually. I had the urge, and then I cast on my coloring book tee. That's how I roll, dude. And you know what? I am not sad about it or sorry. So I'm almost done with this sleeve until I do the color work. So I'm very excited. But this is what the Irish Heather skein looks like, and then It'll block out nice and look better. So that's exciting. Fall Frolic. I think that's all the Samantha Guerin stuff I've cast on, but no promises. I do want to do one of her other lace tees, not the Salty Air one, but the other one that I can't remember, Pine Creek or something. Okay, so 2021 Advents. I had gotten 2 Advents. I had one was from Woolly Mama Yarns, and I got the DK Advent 2021. It's just a Woolly Mama does a whole bunch of just really bright, fun colors, and that's exactly what the Advent was. So this is not in Advent order, you know, the day orders. It's she had posted on Instagram like a fade of all the colors, so I follow that, what that picture is. So I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I've got 7 in there, I think, and it's 24. So I'm doing the Solstice and Grain shawl by Mrsknittyrodgers. I think her name is Sarah, I think. I'm sorry. But it's a fingering weight pattern, but I decided to do it in the DK. It's very nice, easy, simple pattern. It is a little bit hard to keep track of the increases because it's at an odd number rather than an even one. I don't know. It doesn't make too much sense in my brain, so I just have to... It's not bad. I just can't put it down for too long, and then I can't put it down at like row 2. I have to put it down like right after I increase, which works for me. So yeah, I'm just kind of fading as I want, just kind of following the pattern loosely, because her fading is for the Explorer Knits and Fibers Solstice countdown that they did a couple years ago. So, and that was fingering weight. But yeah, I'm really excited. I have all the rest of the minis down there at the bottom in the order I want. And next is this one. I really love the colors. I do. I really love the colors. So, I think Mrsknittyrodgers just came out with a DK version of this shawl. I don't remember though if it is out or in testing still. I'm pretty sure it's out, but I'm already too far into this. I really want a big blanket type shawl. In the beginning, when I had first gotten this Advent, I was set on making one of Stephen West's blankets, which I think was like a honeycomb blanket or something like that. But I didn't want to buy the 1,500 yards of the black yarn that I wanted to do with it, so I just decided to do the shawl instead. And it worked for me. I'm excited about it. This is the end. This is going to be the last thing I show you. Okay, I have like 10 bags still left. Here we go. I'll stop chatting so much. Okay, this is the Inclination shawl, or I'm sorry, cowl. The Inclinations cowl by Andrea Mowry. I'm doing it in Madeline Tosh, Tosh sock or something like that. This is a sample knit for my local yarn store. So this is really fun. If you want it's not challenging whatsoever, but it's different. It's a half brioche or half fisherman's. I don't know. I don't do full brioche. I don't want to. I really don't like the look of brioche, but the half fisherman's rib is really fun. Really fun. So, and yes, it's a fingering weight shawl and only a US 2, cowl, I mean, but it's still really fun. So that's that. This is another bag I made. I don't know. This was a long time ago I made this, and I am super proud of it. Okay, next is my Iaia shawl. It's A-I-A-I-A is how you spell it. I'm doing it in J'adore Fibers in her Fyra fingering in the colorway Confetti. I'm almost done with the shawl. I'm on the last lace panel, and I'm still only on the first of 2 skeins that I have. I want to use up the whole 2 skeins, but I don't want it like a huge shawl. Like already it's pretty big. I mean, for my standard, I guess. I want huge shawls, but I don't want to knit huge shawls. So, and with the lace, it's really going to open up and grow when I block it. So I think maybe if I go into this skein, then that's great. Awesome. But I might save it also for a muscle burrow hat. I really want to do another muscle burrow for myself in a fingering weight. And I would love to do it in this one. It's really pretty. So that's Jador Fibers and the IAA shawl. It'll be in the description, but it's AIAIA. And this lace is so much fun. It's super intuitive, breaks with little tiny garter.